Well, it's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
Canelo Exposed by Bivol proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of Canelo Exposed by Bivol's subscribers. Now, listen, man, there's been a lot of talk about Canelo activating his rematch clause, and I'm going to tell you straight like this. This fight don't deserve no damn rematch. I know from a monetary standpoint, Bivol will make a lot of money. And if he wants to take the fight to make that money that he didn't make this fight, then he's well within his right to do that. He's a prize fighter. But in my humble opinion, this fight don't deserve no rematch. First of all, Canelo won 2 rounds. He won 2 rounds. He's shown. Look, there's no problem moving up in weight and losing to a bigger undefeated champion. All right, but we've seen Canelo's level. We know he can't fight no more past light heavyweight, and even fighting a light heavyweight, as we've seen, if it's against somebody that's bigger than him, close to their prime, you know, that's biting off more than you can chew. So Canelo, in my humble opinion, Canelo needs to go back down to 168, fight the guys like Benavidez, fight the guys like, you know, David Morrell Jr. You know, if Andre beats Parker, you definitely got to go see Andre. That's what it is. That's what it is, and there's no shame in that. But don't sit here and insult my intelligence and say, well, oh, we're gonna activate the rematch clause. There shouldn't be no damn rematch. You know, I remember when Alexander Povetkin knocked the fuck out of Dillian White. He should have been afforded the opportunity to get away from Dillian White and go explore a much bigger fight. But Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Boxing and that, you know, them guys, they always gotta have a rematch clause in the contract, no matter what. So you know, if it happens, I think Bivol will beat Canelo in the second fight even more convincingly. I'll tell you this. I know Canelo loves to play golf. I know he loves to play golf, Canelo. But if he go in there fucking around Bivol again, he going to be playing golf for the rest of his life sooner than he thinks. Because I know he said he wanted to box 5 to 6 more years. Ain't going to be no 5 to 6 more years if you go in there Bivol again. Because now he's gone 12 rounds with you. He's seen what you bring to the table. He knows how hard you punch and don't punch. So now he'll know when to be aggressive. Now he'll know how to get on the front foot and when to get on the front foot to get you out of there even more. So, you know, I just don't think, being honest, there's not even no hating stuff. I just think that Canelo would be much better served to go back down to 168 and explore fighting the guys that a lot of people have been clamoring for him to fight, like Benavidez, like Morrell, like Andre, them guys. So, yeah, so there's that. But on another note, how in the hell Canelo, listen, I know he's a fighter. I know how fighters operate. I know they have their egos and things like that. But how on God's green earth is Canelo going to go into that press room and say he won the fight? He didn't say he won the fight in the post-fight interview. He didn't say he won the fight when Bivol was right in front of him. But he want to go in the press room and he want to sit here and act like he won the fight. You didn't win the fight. Every round, if you go, I know combi box isn't the end-all be-all. And it's not, it won't tell you like you won't get a sense of what punches were thrown or what the quality of the punches were. But it's always a good barometer to see kind of how the fight went, you know, who was the more dominant fighter in the ring. And if you look at the numbers, it's not even close. All the rounds that took place in this fight, on combi box, Bivol won all of them. He outlanded Canelo in every single round on combi box. I think it was like round 9 or 10. Even in the rounds where Bivol took off, or that he didn't really throw as many punches. Like, I think the least amount of punches he landed in this whole fight was like 6 punches to Canelo's 4. So even when Bivol landed his least amount of punches, he still outlanded Canelo. He won the fight. It was not ever in question. The only people that this fight could ever be in question to was some damn judges that try to make Canelo look better. And they're very generous with their scorecards, but they still got the decision right. So I'll give them that much, but it should have been wider. And them and any other delusional Canelo fans. But you know what's crazy? Even the Canelo fans scored this fight for Bivol. Shout out to my boy Diego. He's like one of the biggest Canelo fans I know. I was talking to him after the fight, and he said that he wanted Canelo to win this fight so badly that he just gave him the first 4 rounds without even really scoring them. And he said he still lost. He still lost 116, 112 on his card. So that if that don't tell you that Canelo lost this fight, I don't know what will. So Canelo did win this fight. You know, he's accomplished a lot in the sport. He got exposed for not being as good as advertised, which is okay because a guy of his size and stature in boxing should not be fighting guys like Usyk and the Bivols and the Kovalevs of the world. Now, he beat Kovalev, in my humble opinion, because the circumstances favored him. But still, he even had his struggles in that fight. And we knew based on that fight, that Bivol would be very troublesome for him, all right? Now, he gets credit for taking the fight at the full limit of 175, but, you know, he got outclassed, he got exposed, and it's time to take his ass back down to 168. But yeah, this fight was never in doubt. He didn't win. There should not be no rematch because, like, first of all, there's better fights out there for Canelo, and I truthfully believe if Artur Beterbiev wins the fight against Joe Smith Jr. on June 18th to keep his belts, then the biggest fight in boxing, in my opinion, the biggest fight and the best fight in boxing at this juncture in time is definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, Beterbiev versus Bivol, the all Russian, you know, the all Russian undisputed fight, which I know maybe the powers that be in the political side of boxing, they may not like that, but reality is reality. Those are the two best light heavyweights in the world right now. If Beterbiev gets through his fight with Bivol, or not with Joe Smith Jr., then that should be the next fight, and I would love that fight. To me, there would be no fight I want to see. And then look, the winner of that fight can fight Zoto Ramirez, who I've been wanting to see get in the big fight for a long time. So, you know, it really shakes things up. Now people can debate who the pound number one is more. I never had Canelo at any point in time as pound number one. I never thought he was better than Crawford. I never thought that he was better than Usyk. I've always stated that after Romo Gonzalez lost to Rungvisai, that those two guys, you could have either Crawford or Usyk, but nobody outside of that. That's what I think. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Does Canelo deserve a rematch? And how do you think he would do in a rematch? I personally think that there's nothing much more he can do better. You know, Eddie Reynoso's 0-4 in big fights this year, because now the Canelo camp is really fighting like top elite fighters, not no guys that you gotta manipulate and convince the public are top guys. No, guys that like are generational talents, like Romo Gonzalez, generational talent. Shakur Stevenson, generational talent. Freaking Bivol, generational talent. Even the only fighter that Eddie Reynoso's lost this year that is not a generational talent was in the co-main event of this card, Montana Love, when he beat Golas. That's it. Other than that, the other three guys they fought with generational talent, and the high guard style of Eddie Reynoso didn't have no answers for it. You know, so I don't think there's much adjustment he can make. And that's just what it is. So you guys let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you think Canelo deserves a rematch? And do any of you out there actually think he won the fight? I'd like to know if there's anybody out there that think he won the fight. That would be interesting to hear. But either way, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. You know, make sure you guys take the time to subscribe to Canelo Exposed by Bivol. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.
Thank you for watching another video on True School Sports, the home of boxing. If you made it this far, do me a favor and do yourself a damn favor. Hit that subscribe button and surely you will not be disappointed. You know, True School Sports bringing you the latest and greatest, the untouchable, you know, boxing content, interviews, news videos, breakdowns, live fight reaction extravaganza. We've got a great community of people here, boxing fans all over the world, from America to the UK to Australia and on and on and on. So join the empire today. Hit that subscribe button. Take care and God.